The time for talk has finally finished.
The most realistic online
Because
racing
it's time to
sim
saddle
ever
up
made.
Mount Gambier, because here
This
we
is
go.
iRacing.
Firing back upstairs.
Detailed
McFadden on the
laser
back
scan
wheels.
Slingshots out of
Fully
two-wheel to
dynamic,
wheel. He's on the
real
outside of
world cars.
J-Mac.
And
Here
over
comes
50
TVG.
series.
Slide job on pit.
Inside, and also Michael
online
Code
world championships
in the 51.
offering over
Inside, he goes on Stansfield.
$100,000 in annual prizes.
So it's all rocking and rolling through turn
This is
4.
the
Nicola
original
leads where
esports
Alexander
game.
Come on, turn number 2. Jenny
This
right now.
is
Six on the
iRacing.
right side of Dilly into turn 3. Stephen Lyons is the king. He wins the challenge.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV. Tonight on the program, it is Championship Night for the World of Thunder iRacing League for season number 7. The first of 3 championship races on the program. First up is the Super Late Models, and in 2 hours' time, the UMP Modifieds will tackle the Knoxville Raceway before we come back here to the dirt track at Charlotte to round out the 410 winged sprint cars. Good evening, race fans. Brett Wheeler in the booth with the Super Late Model call. 52 drivers starting into the pit area for tonight, so we'll take a look at some of the drivers on the racetrack right now. Of course, top 20 qualifiers will be on the left-hand side of your screen. Down the bottom left is the driver that we are going to be watching, or that's currently on screen at the moment, and Dylan Petty in the Mike M Designs, kind of a 5P. Will be one of the first cars to get a lap in. Kevin McNatt is the first car. Dylan Petty should be the second car. Petty, there you go. Second quick with a 16.281. Hayden Carver with a 15.744. Dustin Hall with a 15.756. It's second quick. Bryson Duffin third. Shad Prescott on screen. Quick time with a 15.658. Jordan Casey for D1RT as well. The number 42 machine. Tanner Tomasi with a 15.634. Tomasi, quick time has knocked off all the D1RT guys. 4 of them. Make that 5 inside the top 7. Where is Jordan Casey going to run? What time will he provide here at the dirt track at Charlotte? 4th quick with a 15.709. The TeamVLR.com iRacing High Flag. Number 19N, Garrett Inebragi. Inebragi, 43rd quick. Scott Dobbs, 16th quick. Mike Crawn, 24th quick. Zach McSwain And that FTP, Supermoon Graphics, Dirty Grass Soul, iRacing iFlag, Capron Screen Printing, TAC 3 Defense. 25 will get the green flag for his first of 2 laps here around the dirt track at Charlotte. Dylan Hauser, meanwhile, has jumped up to second quick. 15.634, the time to beat. McSwain, 5th quick with a 15.688. Jared Mogart on screen in the maxed out Sim Racing Splash and Go graphics. 0046 quick. Corey Whitworth had enough, same as John Aladick. Mario Perez, if you do not mind, with a 15.565. He is quick time. Cole Cabray in the 56 machine. 51st quick as, well, Garrett Niebuhr, unfortunately. 52nd quick. He's dead smack last when it comes to the cars that have taken time. 5 heat races on the program for tonight. Championship night here for the Shore Power Super Late Models, presented by World of Thunder iRacing League and DirtFan.com. It's time to take a look right now at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid for heat race number 1. Starting on pole, heat race number 1 here on Championship Sunday night in caliber 71, Mario Perez. On the outside of the front row in caliber 25, Zach McSwain. Dustin Hall will line up on the inside of row number 2 and a position number 3. Eric Scout, 26E, will start position number 4. Position 5 will see Scott Dobbs line up alongside Mason Hannigan out of position number 6. Corey Whitworth will start position number 7. Daniel Passmore will start position number 8. Position number 9 is going to be Brett White. Devin Gentry will line up at a position number 10. And Cole Cabray will make up the 11-car field at a position number 11. So drivers get the Wonder Green signal right now. Next time by, out of turn number 4, 71 of Mario Perez. Making a bit of a statement here tonight here on the final night for season number 7 before we come back next year. The Short Track Nasties, I believe, in the first couple of days of January. I think the 3rd and 4th or the 4th and 5th. Something like that. But here we go. 8 laps on the board. Green flag is out. We're underway. Heat number 1 of 5. And Perez, McSwain, little loose there. That's going to check up a few of the cars. Eric Scout gets straight up on the inside. Scout will look for that second position down through turn number 3 and 4. They were nearly 3 wide as they came off corner number 4. Dustin Hall tagged from Whitworth behind him. Scott Dobbs in the 29 machine. McSwain and Scout, they race side by side for 2nd and 3rd. Now remember, the top 3 go through to the main event directly from heat races. Your winner will go into the redraw. We'll have the redraw during the warm-up session. We'll find out where they will start in that redraw position. Of course, if you generally win heat race number 1, you'd think you would start on pole for the feature, but not the case, as it's been all season long. Dustin Hall, solid in 4th position. Scott Dobbs in the 3D Racing, number 29 machine, back there in 5th. Heavy pressure right now from the 69 of Corey Whitworth. Meanwhile, Dustin Hall starting to put pressure here on the 26E of Eric Scout. It's taken about 17 weeks to finally get UDTV on that race car, but nonetheless, it's on there. We can see it right there through turn number 3 and 4. 5 down, 3 to run. Mario Perez slightly under 8/10 of a second advantage over Zach McSwain in 2nd. Scout in 3rd. That's the blue machine, the black and blue World of Thunder on the front of that race car in 3rd. And right on the bubble. Oh no, there goes Scott Dobbs. That might have been Cabray who got him on his inside. And there could have been contact because that car just shot hard right into that outside wall in the middle of turns 3 and 4. as the white flag is out for your race leader, Mario Perez. As Zach McSwain over the last 2 laps has picked up half a second. McSwain into the wall in turns number 1 and 2. Mario Perez will look to hang on and transfer into tonight's main event. He's guaranteed a top 5 starting position. Second going to go to Zach McSwain. I believe Eric Scouth just held on for third. He did. Dustin Hall fourth. Corey Whitworth, Cole Cabray, Daniel Passmore, Devin Gentry, Brett White, Mason Hannigan, and then Scott Dobbs home in position at number 11. What an exciting way to open up heat race number 1 here on Championship Sunday night for the World of Thunder Racing League in dirtfan.com. That's the Shore Power Super Late Models. Turn it on for round number 8 here at the dirt track at Charlotte. Heat number 2. Let's take a look at how they line up with your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. Starting on pole, heat race number 2 in car number 09, Tanner Tomasi. On his outside, the 42 for D1RT, Jordan Casey. Dylan Wilson, car number 80, will start position number 3. Out of position number 4, it'll be the 3 of Shane James. Position number 5 will be Chris Cox. Tanner Folds will start position number 6. Dylan Thomas will start position 7. William Duval out of position number 8. Ryan Ledholm in position number 9. Steve Robbins out of position 10 with Garrett Niebregi out of position number 11. Again, 8 laps on the board. Heat race number 2, the Shore Power Super Late Models. Who is going to be crowned champion after this one? Let's find out, actually. Let's find out the... As we come off turn number 4, the green flag is out. We are underway. Heat number 2, Tomasi already got pressure there from Jordan Casey down into turn number 1 and 2. Casey up the inside, as is Dylan Wilson. Wilson now will slide into second position. Tomasi runs the outside. He falls back to position number 3. So D1RT, Jordan Casey and Dylan Wilson. They run 1 and 2, 3 wide behind them right now. Look at this. Good battle on screen. Thomas up on the inside there on Chris Cox to take over 5th position on the racetrack. Then you go back to Tanner Folds as well. Folds run on the bottom side. 1 and 2, but now the battle is on for the race lead. Dylan Wilson looking for the lead down into turns 3 and 4, looking to slide up. Casey going to try and drive back around the outside. Dylan Wilson will lead that lap. Thank you very much for that follow. Thank you very much for the sub on YouTube, I should say. As Casey, I think, led that lap just by a front bumper of a nose. Wilson leaves him just a little bit of breathing space up on the top shelf. And how about for D1RT, Wilson and Casey putting on a show here in heat race number 2. So looking at the point standings, Majulis has a 46-point lead over Dylan Wilson. Wilson then has a 5-point gap over Dylan Hauser. So, I mean, any one of those 2 drivers have got the chance at picking up the win here tonight. I'm not sure if I've seen Majulis here, in fact. Again, there was 50 cars. He's in TeamSpeak, so I think Blake Majulis may just have an opportunity to pick up another super late model win. Shane James now under heavy fire from the 03 of Dylan Thomas for that 4th and 5th spot on the racetrack. Then you go back to Chris Cox and Garrett Niebregi. Out of turn number 4, too good, too strong. And the number 80 machine of Dylan Wilson. Second going to be Jordan Casey. Tanner Tomasi will round out the top 3. And you go back to Dylan Thomas, Chris Cox, Shane James, Garrett Niebregi, William Duval, Tanner Folds, Steve Robbins, and Ryan Ledholm in position number 11. Heat number 3 of 5. Taken to the racetrack right now. Let's take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. Starting on pole in car number 2, sits third in the championship, it's Dylan Hauser. On the outside of the front row in car number 7 for D1RT, Hayden Cardwell. Bryson Daffin will start position number 3. Out of position number 4 will be Jay Place. Third row inside for United Esports, Harry Stewart. Bryce Bailey will start position number 6. Devin Thompson will line up out of position number 7. Jared Mogard lining up out of position number 8. Position 9 is going to be Dylan Petty. Out of position number 10, Brent Homan, with David Harleman rounding out this 11-car field in position number 11. Get your picks on this one. Hauser or Cardwell. Two standouts. Cardwell sits 6th in the championship points overall. Hauser sits 3rd. Into turn number 3 and 4. Here we go. It is Dylan Hauser getting on the loud pedal, and Hayden Cardwell looking to get a run on the outside. Hauser slides up. Cardwell just gets into the back of the Dylan Hauser there on the exit of turn number 2, but again, no harm, no foul. He got off the gas, so he didn't turn the number 2 machine through the middle of 3 and 4. Lap number 1 goes to Dylan Hauser. Cardwell rides in 2nd, Bryson Daffin 3rd. Then we go back to Jay Place, Bryce Bailey, Harry Stewart, Dylan Petty, Devin Thompson. Cardwell going now through the middle of turn number 1 and 2. Hauser rails the top side. Absolutely, he's on top of the cushion right now, as it's going to be the opposite way round through turn number 3 and 4. Cardwell upstairs. Hauser was through the middle. Will they switch? No. Hauser stays on the top side. Cardwell on the top side as well. Bryson Daffin back there in position number 3. 4th is now Jay Place, or still I should say Jay Place in the number 16 machine, but it is only the top 3 that will transfer directly from heat racing competition. Place into the outside wall. Into turns number 3 and 4. Dylan Hauser, your race leader, completing lap number 5 of 8. 3 laps left to run here at the dirt track at Charlotte. So smooth through the middle of the racetrack in turn number 3 and 4. Lap times in the high 15s. A 15.751 that time by for Dylan Hauser. Hayden Cardwell with a 15.885. And Dylan Hauser has got that number 2 machine hooked up right now. As the white flag will fly here in heat race number 3. Dylan Hauser looking to put himself into tonight's redraw for the 5 heat winners. Into turn number 3 and 4. Checkered flag is out. Dylan Hauser, Hayden Cardwell finish 1 and 2. Bryson Daffin 3rd, 4th. Will be Jay Place, I believe. Waiting for the timing and scoring to update. Jay Place, David Harleman, Dylan Petty, Bryce Bailey, Harry Stewart, Brent Homan, Devin Thompson with Jared Mogard home in position number 11. That is 3 heats completed. Heat number 4. Taken to the racetrack right now. Let's take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. On pole for heat race number 4 in car number 41, Shad Prescott. On the outside of the front row, I believe he is nearly all but sealed this race up. I believe he would just have to make tonight's feature event. In car number 127, Blake Majulis. Jim Emery in car number 16 will start position number 3. At a position number 4, driving car number 99, Patrick Solari. Position number 5, it's going to be Chris Fisher, and Robert Tucker will start position number 6. Braden Isla will start position number 7. Carson Nicholson will start position 8. Kevin McNatt. Lining up at a position number 9, Carter Chevalier. Lining up at a position number 10, and JD Brown to line up at a position number 11. Here we go. Heat race number 4, the penultimate heat of the night and the penultimate heat of the year and the season for the Super Late Models. The Shore Power Super Late Models presented by World of Thunder Racing League and DirtFan.com. Prescott, Majulis, and Jim Emery. They're going to go side by side. Emery maybe trying to slide up in front of Majulis. Cannot make the pass. Majulis keeps the foot on the bucket on the outside. Emery now will slide up. Majulis just got into the wall there on the entry into turn number 1. Then you go back to 4th and 5th place drivers at the moment. Patrick Solari and Chris Fisher. Solari in that number 99, the black and white machine. Solari all over the racetrack, down the back straight away. Fisher in the TVR. Hunt the front, number 5 machine. Up to position number 4 on the outside looking in. Trevor, let me get to that in a second. Let's just complete this heat race first. Heat number 4 here on the World of Thunder Racing League Shore Power Super Late Models presented by DirtFan.com. And the 2 D1RT cars out in front. Chad Prescott over Jim Emery and Blake Majulis sitting in that 3rd and final transfer position. Here goes Emery to the inside slide job. Prescott turns it back underneath him now. This is exactly what Majulis wanted with these 2 drivers to battle it out. And that'll bring the 127 into play as well. 2 laps left to run here at the virtual dirt track at Charlotte. Emery slide job once again down into turn number 3 and 4. Prescott this time stays on the outside. We'll go to the top shelf into 1 and 2. Can he get the run? He's into the wall. He's going to lose a couple. He's going to lose 1 position. He might even lose 3rd, but into turn number 3 and 4, getting the win in heat race number 4. Jim Emery, Blake Majulis 2nd, 3rd. It's going to be Chad Prescott, Chris Fisher, Patrick Solari, JD Brown, Robert Tucker, Braden Eiler, Kevin McNatt, Carter Chevalier, and Carson Nicholson. Trevor, let's go back to that comment. What do you have to do to make it here? Well, first of all, you have to have an iRacing subscription. Go to iRacing.com for that one. If you've got one of them, check out World of Thunder Racing League in the league directory. Hit the apply button, and you may run whatever you like. I'm glad to see you tuning in here, Trevor. We appreciate the support. We appreciate everybody that is watching here on the Ultimate Dirt TV Facebook page. We're also live on the World of Thunder Facebook page as well. Of course, want to give a shout out to everybody on the YouTube channel. So go to youtube.com/Ultimate Dirt TV. Hit that subscribe button. Doesn't cost a thing. And let's take a look at your 5th and final heat race of the night, the championship, and also for 2019 for the Shore Power Super Late Models. Here is your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. Clay Devon and Dylan Fox in row number 1. Row number 2 going to be Mitch Stiles and Dalton Cloyd. Row 3, we'll see John Alathick line up alongside Mike Crawn. Jacob Prilliman and Brad Haldane will line up in row number 4. Then we go back to Jimmy Mars at a position number 9 with Huey Quillen to round out this 10-car field. Hello, Joshua Beatty from the UK. Welcome in, buddy. Well, it's nice to see Dylan Fox back. Back in the 999 pink and white machine. It's been a while since we've seen him here on the iRacing scene. It's been a while since we've seen him here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Green flag is out, the final heat race of 2019 for the super late models, and Dylan Fox rockets straight into the race lead. Clay Devon all over the racetrack into turn number 3. Dalton Cloyd, the number 30 machine, through the middle. Devon going backwards. Quicker than what Tommy from Checkers and Wreckers would do. Oh no, Styles and Cloyd, they made contact. And the 31 of Mike Crawn shoots up into that third and final transfer position. Now into the wall. He got caught up. Look at the 113 of Haldane. Oh, 3 wide for the final transfer spot. It is all happening on the one machine getting into Clay Devon. It is all happening here in the final heat race of the night. Cloyd going to slide up in front of Haldane for that third and final transfer position. 4 down, 4 to run this time by. And what has gone on with that number 84 machine? He was good at the start, and he is just going backwards so fast. Yes, UMPs are up next in about 1 hour and 30 minutes time. Dylan Fox, he is out by 9/10 of a second for D1RT Racing in the 999 machine. Mitch Stiles, fantastic job by him to ride in second. And third, well, Brad Haldane at the moment, he's got it. He just needs to complete just a couple of more laps to run. But here comes Clay Devon back to the inside for D1RT Racing. Can he make it in to the main event via the heat races? Otherwise, he'll have to start near the front of a B main. There'll be 3 B mains up on the program. White flag is out. Oh, did Devon just get into Haldane? Here comes Shuey Quillen as well. Into 3 out of turn number 4. Dylan Fox gets the win. Second. Mitch Stiles. Third is going to be Clay Devon at the line, I believe it is. Yeah, Clay Devon just gets Shuey Quillen, Dalton Cloyd, Brad Haldane, Mike Crawn, Jacob Prilliman, Jimmy Mars, and John Allentic. Home in position number 10. No yellows in heat races. The first of our 3 B mains to come up here on the program. B main number 1, let's take a look at how they line up with your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. "12 laps will be the distance for tonight's 3 B mains. The top 3 will go through from each B main to make up a total of 24 starters in tonight's main event. Starting on pole in car number 331, Dustin Hall. On the outside of the front row, it's Chris Fisher to start position number 2. Lining up at a position number 3 will be Chris Cox, and Dalton Cloyd will line up at a position number 4. At a position number 5 in the 5P, that's Dylan Petty, and Daniel Passmore, car number 46, will start position 6. Robert Tucker will start position number 7. William Duval will start position number 8. Position number 9 is going to be Jacob Prilliman, Brent Homan to start position 10. Nathan Hannigan out of position 11. Carter Chevalier out of position 12. Ryan Ledholm running at this 13-car field. Well, Trevor, look, you wrote the questions. I'll answer them as we go. Is there any class recommended to start with as a beginner? Well, if you're new to the iRacing service, if you run official races, you'll be a D-class driver. Best thing to do if you're starting to learn out, just jump into a hosted session. It doesn't affect anybody's I rating, doesn't affect anybody's safety rating. Feel free to ask for help. There's more than a few people that are out there willing to help when it comes to whether it might be setups or giving advice on setups. 2 cars, Robert Tucker, Mason Hannigan calling it quits already. So 11 cars in B main number 1. Top 3 go through Dustin Hall and Chris Fisher on the front row. And Dustin Hall will get the jump over Fisher as they go down into 1 and 2. Cox and Petty up on the inside there of Fisher as they race down the back straightaway into 3 and 4 for the first of 12 laps in tonight's B main. This is B main number 1. Petty in third in that 5P machine. Cox and Clyde, they race side by side. Clyde moves into position 4. It's a little out of shape going down into turn number 3. And they were 4 wide just then for a moment before the 2 of the drivers on the bottom side checked up just a little bit to William Duval running the bottom side. Duval in position number 5 at the moment. Now going to get relegated back one more. He'll fall back to position 6. Your top 3 starting to move away from 4th position and 4th on back. As Dalton Cloyd in that number 30 machine. He's in position 4. And he would be the first of what would be 7 cars to miss out. 8, excuse me. I forgot there's 11 in this one. Cox trying to get by Dalton Cloyd for position 4. You can see on screen the battle. Cloyd in the blue number 30 machine. Cox in the 515, the black, white and red entry. That 5P that we show on screen right now, that is Dylan Petty. He holds the final ticket in this B main for a transfer position in tonight's A main. Meanwhile, Chris Fisher starting to close the gap there on Dustin Hall for the race lead. We are looking at probably about 3 or 4 tenths of a second lap times in the low 16-second bracket. We think back to what was the, I think the second or the third heat between Hauser and Carbell when they were turning 15.7s and 15.8s. These drivers 16.0s, 16.1s at the moment, albeit a B main, but the track has slickened off somewhat, and the times you can tell just 3 tenths, nearly 4 tenths of a second slower for some of these drivers. It's a bad lap there for Dustin Hall when it comes to time, because now it's 3 tenths of a second between first and second. Let's go back and look at Dylan Petty in third. You can see Dalton Cloyd in that 30 machine closing in on the 5P, and Cloyd, he decides to get the elbows out and get them up and really start to rail that top side. He run it through 3 and 4 perfectly. 1 and 2 not so much, maybe a little bit harder to hit there. As Cloyd now going to fight down to the low side. Uh-oh, catches the inside tire. And there goes Dalton Cloyd. There is his chances done. And that's probably a nice little break there for Dylan Petty. Meanwhile, back up front for first and second. And it turns number 3 and 4 for the final time. This time by 11 in the books. 1 to run in Dustin Hall. The lead down into 3 and 4. Dustin Hall going to punch his ticket to the big dance. Second is going to go to Chris Fisher. He will make the show along with Dylan Petty. Unfortunately for 4th on back, their super late model season and year is done. Chris Cox, Daniel Passmore, Ryan Ledholm, Jacob Prittleman, Carter Chevalier, Dalton Cloyd, William Duval and Brent Homan. They are all done for the season. They want to come back and try with the UMP modifieds, they are more than welcome to. But their super late model campaign for 2019 is done. B main number 2. Everything will be exactly the same, all bar the drivers. B main number 2. We'll take a look at how they line up with your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. Starting on pole in car number 03, Dylan Thomas. On the outside of the front row, Huey Quillen starts position number 2. David Harlan will start position 3. Cole Cabre for Swindell Speed Lab will start position number 4. Position 5, it's going to be JD Brown out of position 6. Garrett Nebregi. Mike Chrome will start position 7. Harry Stewart out of position number 8. Brett White did not make the call, so that's going to move Steve Robbins up to position number 9. Kevin McNatt out of position number 10. And what essentially will be position 11 is going to be John Alatik. Alright, here we go. B main number 2 is underway. Quillen looking for the race lead out of turn number 4. Will have it at the start-finish line. Huey Quillen leads lap number 1. Thomas on the outside. Here comes Cole Cabray and JD Brown side by side for 3rd and 4th. Good battle on for the minor placings. 3 wide down through turn number 1 and 2. Garrett Niebuhr on the outside looking in as well. Brown slides up in front of Thomas. Thomas turns it back through the middle. Cole Cabray down low. Does he slide up in front of Thomas? Yes, he does. It opens up the door on the inside. 4 wide on the back straightaway if you don't mind. Oh, this could be carnage, but no, they all keep it off of each other. Very surprised. And Harleman on the outside in the 57 machine. Cabray, that's Cole, who slides up in front of Harleman. As here comes the 03 Yardbird of Dylan Thomas sliding into the left front there of Cole Cabray, 3 wide. Now this is for the final transfer position if you don't mind. 2 slide jobs in the 1, Dylan Thomas, and there's 2 crossovers as well. Well, 1 crossover. Cabray in position number 3 at the halfway stage of this race. JD Brown, your new race leader. He has absolutely railed the top side to get around the outside of Huey Quillen. Thomas, all sorts of out of shape on the entry to turn number 3. Mike Cron getting off the gas big time to stop from the 03 and putting that machine facing the wrong way. Harleman going to slide up in front of Cole Cabray for that 3rd and final transfer position right now. Cabray will return the slider into turn number 1 and 2. Here comes Harleman back to the inside. Harleman has it down into turn number 3. The advantage goes to the 57. Two laps to go for your race leader, JD Brown, in that number 14 machine. He's had it hooked up on the top side all night long. Didn't have the heat race he would have liked. He would have liked to transfer directly from the heat race straight into the main event. However, this extra 12 laps giving him a chance to set his car up for tonight's feature event later on. Couple of turns to go here in this 12-lap B main. As JD Brown going to be victorious over Huey Quillen in 2nd, David Harleman in 3rd. Those 3 will go through to the main event. Cole Cabray, Garrett Niebuhr, Dylan Thomas, Mike Cron, Steve Robbins, Harry Stewart, and John Alatik. The 10 cars now for B main number 2. B main number 3 cars taken to the racetrack here to grid up. Let's take a look at how they line up with your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. Alright, starting on pole, B main number 3, J Place on the outside of the front row, Corey Whitworth. Starting position number 3, car number 99 of Patrick Solari out of position number 4, the 3 of Shane James. Lining up out of position number 5 in the 113, it's Brad Haldane. Bryce Bailey will start position number 6. Devin Gentry will start position number 7. Out of position number 8, it's going to be Braden Eiler. Position number 9, it's going to be Tanner Folds and Jimmy Mars out of position number 10. Devin Thompson will start position number 11 and Scott Dobbs out of position number 12, with Carson Nicholson out of position number 13. This is B main. Number 3. The final 3 cars to go into tonight's A main. And the final preliminary race of the Shore Power Super Late Models presented by World of Thunder iRacing League and DirtFan.com. Solari, Shane James. James up the inside on Whitworth. James tags the back on the 99. Oh, some contact going down into turns 3. Scott Dobbs getting the worst of that one. Brad Haldane. I'm not surprised if we see a yellow here in just a few seconds time, and there it is. Perfect timing now on that yellow flag, and the first yellow of the evening. So B main number 3, it's taken to get to our first yellow of the night. And a reminder, in the 1 hour's time, when we have the finale of the UMP modified race at the Knoxville Raceway. We will also have in 2 hours time, make that 3 hours time, sorry, the finale of the 410 Wing Sprint Cars. Track change coming out for that one was scheduled to be Fairbury at the start of the season. However, late change to come back here to the dirt track at Charlotte. Lights are out on the iRacing.com pace truck. We'll have our redraw in a moment. After these next 7 laps, 5 down, 7 to run. And J Place, Corey Whitworth, Patrick Solari, your top 3. Keep an eye on the 3 of Shane James working on the outside of the 5 machine. That's Braden Eiler. Whitworth trying to get around the number 99 machine of Solari down into turn number 1 and 2. James working up on the inside in car number 3 for HRE Motorsports. He stays down low, locked out on the bottom side, but the top side is too good at the moment. There goes Whitworth. Nearly sliding up in front of the 99 of Solari. Solari tries around him through 1 and 2. Whitworth coming back at Solari into turns 3 and 4. Shane James now going to move into position number 3. And 4 laps left to run. Look out, Shane James, the 69. Was closing in on the heels. And slides a big slider there down into 3 and 4 on Solari. Starting to make me a little bit nervous. Richard, it's not the we count, it's just that what iRacing give us. Oh no! It was coming. It was coming. Shane James upside down, and surely that's going to trigger a yellow. There it is. There's the yellow. Surely the 69 of Whitworth has to get an EOL for that one. That was just as blatant as you could get it. Yes, Richard, it's what iRacing have given us. If we had the option to not count yellow laps, by all means, we would be doing it. So 69 getting an EOL for that one. Carson Nicholson in the 43, up to position number 3. Richard, we're hopeful that there are close to making yellows not count. So the green white check going to come out here at the dirt track at Charlotte. Double them up into rows of 2 by 2. League races does not affect your I rating or safety rating, no. Jay Place, Patrick Solari on the front row. Carson Nicholson and Jimmy Mars in row number 2. Next flag to come out, hopefully, is going to be the whites. Solari holds on to third. Solari in second. Nicholson in third. Tanner Folds getting the door slammed shut in his face by the 28 of Jimmy Mars. Solari now back to position number 3. Here comes the 28 of Mars. Sliding up in front of Patrick Solari and Brad Haldane in the 113 car. At the right place at the right time. Checkered flag is out. Jay Place wins. Carson Nicholson in second. Third is going to go to Brad Haldane. And those 3 drivers will make tonight's main event. Everybody else from fourth on back, good night. See you next week. See you next year. Just awaiting Steve McMillan, who will be doing the redraw with us. As we wait for him, there he is. Perfect timing.
All right, 5 cars, you ready?
You should have me, son. I'm born ready.
All right, car number 71, Mario Perez.
Position 2.
Car number 80, D1RT, Dylan Wilson.
Position 5.
Car number 2, Dylan Hauser.
Position 3.
Car number 4, Jim Emery.
Position 4.
999, Dylan Fox.
Pole position, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Have a good one. Alright, we'll take a quick break here on Ultimate Dirt TV and come back with your main event here for the Shore Powered Super Late Models presented by World of Thunder Racing League and DirtFan.com. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Ultimate Dirt TV for the final night of the 2019 Season 7 for the World of Thunder iRacing League and DirtFan.com Shore Power Super Late Models. I give a shout out to, of course, World of Thunder iRacing League. Make sure to check them out on Facebook. And, of course, check out their website, www.wotrl.com. Check out dirtfan.com on the World Wide Web. And, of course, on Facebook as well. Give them a like and a follow and all that good stuff on their social media pages. Just want to give a shout out as well to the official photographer for World of Thunder iRacing League, JZ Racing Photography. We thank Jeremy for his time and his services here over the past, I think, 3 or 4 weeks or so. Producing good stuff. I do apologise not getting week 7's photos out. We'll get that out over the next couple of days, and we'll also, week 6, and then we'll also get week 7 as well. And then, of course, about next week, hopefully, obviously, time permitting, with Jeremy. You know, he's a busy man with family and work and all that sort of good stuff. If time permits, we'll get the final week out as well. We have a shout out to our own sponsors and partners here at UDTV for the final time for at least a couple of months. We're not going to, because of what's happening sort of over the next month or so, with very little happening with us here at UDTV. So I'm just going to wait out a season when it comes to sponsorship. But if you do want to get your company out here on the best broadcast, hit up the Ultimate Dirt TV Facebook page, send the management a message, and they can get you sorted out with that one. Let's take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid for tonight's 50-lap A main here at the Dirt Track at Charlotte. Remember, the first 5 drivers are from the redraw. We know Dylan Fox will start on pole. I believe Mario Perez will start position number 2. Dylan Hauser going to start position 3. Jim Emery will start position 4. And Dylan Wilson going to start position 5. Position 6 is going to be Zach McSwain. Jordan Casey will start position 7. Hayden Carbo out of position number 8. Position 9 is going to be Blake Majulis. Position 10 will be Mitch Stiles. Position 11, Eric Scalf. Tanner Tomasi out of position 12. Bryson Daffin out of 13th. Shad Prescott, 14th. 15th, Clay Devon. 16th, Dustin Hall. 17th, JD Brown. 18th, Jay Place. 19th, Chris Fisher. Huey Quillen, 20th. 21st, Carson Nicholson. 22nd, Dylan Petty. David Harleman, 23rd. And Brad Haldane, position at number 24. So we are not going green. You see the iRacing Pace Truck already moved to the inside of the racetrack. The first 5 laps are to get the drivers, the heat winners, from the redraw. They will get into their correct positions once they come into turn number 1 and 2. Once they're in those said correct positions, once we come out of turn number 4, they will get the signal to show you the most awesome sight in all of motorsports. Kevin, thank you for that follow. Appreciate it. Thank you for everyone else that has liked, shared, and followed the UDTV page, and of course subbed on our YouTube channel. We appreciate the support here. Tell you what, get your picks in. Who's going to win? I'm going to go with Dylan Fox starting on pole. It's been some time since we've seen him, but I'll tell you what, he has not lost focus. He is still super fast as the drivers have been given the signal to show you the most awesome sight in all of motorsports, ladies and gentlemen. "22 cars in tonight's 4-wide salute. One of the best 4-wide salutes you will see all season long. This is the Shore-powered Super Late Models presented by World of Thunder iRacing League and DirtFan.com. The drivers are 4 wide. They're going to break 4 wide here in about 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Anytime now, boys. Dylan Fox and Mario Perez is right on cue. You think it'll be McSwain? Corey, g'day from South Australia. Well, g'day from New South Wales. I won't hold that against you being from South Australia. I know some tools down there. Big crybabies. Just, I think it's South Australians, but you know. No, I'm kidding. You're alright. One more time before we set these 22 drivers loose around the dirt track at Charlotte. 50 laps on the board. Not this time out of turn 4, the following time by. At least nice to see you got a sense of humour. I like that. Alright, here we go. Drivers making their way into turn number 3 and 4. The final race for 2019 for the Super Late Models. Shore Powered Super Late Models presented by World of Thunder Racing League and DirtFan.com. We are green here at the dirt track at Charlotte for hopefully 50 green flag laps down into 1 and 2. And it is Dylan Fox who's got the jump on Dylan Hauser. Here comes Dylan Wilson now. Up on the inside, Perez into the outside wall into turns 3 and 4. Jim Emery, Jordan Casey, they battle side by side. Cardwell coming through the middle on the outside of Majules and up on the inside of Zach McSwain. 3 wide down the back straightaway. Geez, what 3 cars to go 3 wide. Cardwell slides up in front of McSwain. McSwain now. As Jim Emery now under fire from the number 7 machine of Hayden Cardwell. And Cardwell looking to get by Jim Emery down into turns 3. Emery holding through the middle of the racetrack. Yellow flag is out for the first time tonight. Eric Scalf in car number 26. We'll take a look here at your Wicked Cushion instant replay. See if we can figure out why the yellow flag had been thrown. There it is. Scalf gets into the back of Mitch Stiles. On board, thanks to Black Diamond Motorsports onboard cameras, Eric Scalf. Be a good shot of it. Keep an eye on the 26 machine. Just carried a little bit too much speed down into turns 1 and 2. Of course, we had some cars going up and around. Back to live video feed here on Ultimate Dirt TV, and of course we're live on the World of Thunder Facebook page as well, World of Thunder Racing League. Pace truck to the inside. Green flag out of turn number 4. Again, it will be Dylan Fox, Dylan Hauser, and Dylan Wilson. So Dylan's sweeping the top 3 at the moment. We'll see which Dylan, if a Dylan, is going to win here tonight. I did say Dylan Fox. As the green flag flies, look at Fox straight to the top shelf. Dylan Wilson down low. Hauser up top as well. 3 wide behind him again. McSwain, Cardwell, and Majulis. Casey now up to 4th. Well, 4th on the restart anyway. Cardwell up to position number 5. And that number 7 machine is on a bit of a rail right now. Majulis and Emery looking at 3 wide behind him. Daff and McSwain. McSwain not having a happy night at this stage in the main event. And this is an absolute stacked and stout field for the final race of the season and the final race of 2019 for the Super Late Models. 40 laps to go this time by Dylan Fox. Made the mistake. A huge mistake, and it's cost him 4 positions. Dylan Hauser, your leader now, down into turn number 1 and 2. Wilson, 3/4 of the way up the racetrack. Here comes Casey, and here comes Hayden Cardwell. Cardwell gets into the wall into turn number 3. 39 to go that time by Casey, trying to fend off the number 7 machine. Majulis up to 5th. Dylan Fox. Maybe a little race car rustiness right now showing for the 999, but nonetheless still holding on to a spot into or inside the top 10. Jim Emery. This top 10 is just filled with D1RT drivers. Wilson, Casey, Fox, Emery, and Prescott. There's 5 that I just said just then. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Here for the second time tonight, Eric Scalf once again. So 45 minutes time, the server will launch for the UMP Modifieds. We travel to the sprint car capital of the world, the Knoxville Raceway, where I'll be joined by one of the ugly faces and from Checkers and Wreckers crew, Tommy Boy. He's going to be joining us in the booth for the UMPs and also the 410 winged sprint cars. So expect a potty mouth to come in and try and take over the world. Although when I say potty mouth, people think of Steve McMillan. Don't know why. Steve? I'm not sure why they would think that, buddy. Alright, lights still flashing on the iRacing.com page, which means we are 2 to green. $33 laps left to run. 17 laps will have been completed. And 2 yellows so far. So my pick of Fox has gone back to position 6. Daniel's pick of McSwain has fallen back to position 10. I should have said I'm just going to go with Dylan, because that would have given me 4 opportunities for tonight. Yeah, I'm still going to go with it. Getting ready to get back on the loud pedal. Dylan Hauser, Dylan Wilson. As Hauser slides up in front of Wilson as they get into turn number 1. Casey, Cardwell. Cardwell and Casey side by side. Cardwell tucked in behind Dylan Wilson as they go down into 3 and 4. Wilson runs the slider line. Casey had second for a split second. Here comes Cardwell. Look at him trying to power around the outside of Dylan Wilson, unable to do so. Majula sliding up into position number 4, that is, I believe it is, yes. Prescott in 5th now. Cardwell back to 6th, but only momentarily because they're going to go side by side. There's Dylan Fox, Jim Emery, and Zach McSwain. There's your top 9. Then you go back to Bryson Daffin in position number 10. The green's still out. 30 laps left to go in tonight's A-Main. Dylan Hauser too fast, too strong at the moment. Can he hang on? Still over half race distance to go. Majulis now made his way into the podium, into the top 3. Cardwell back to position 4. Jordan Casey back there in 5th. Casey now lost 2, 3 more positions. There goes the 42. He's done for the night. He pulled it straight to the inside of the racetrack. On the grass, McSwain around the outside of Fox. 6th and 7th battle on screen at the moment. Then you go back to Daffin and Emery side by side for 8th and 9th. Jay Place in the 16 making his way up as well. And then you got the 57 machine in position number 11, 3 wide as they went down into turn 3. Daffin slides up in front of Place. Place turns it back underneath him. Place through the middle now. We'll go back up towards the front of the field and see if we can't find any battles up the front that might have an impact on tonight's race. Nope. So we're going to come back to this battle for 8th, 9th, and 10th and 11th right now. Daffin about to slide the 57 of Harleman. Does so. Harleman turns it underneath him. Jay Place back to position number 12. Now he's got JD Brown, who's got some front left fender and the front bumper bar bent on that number 14 machine. Back up and checking on our 2nd and 3rd place drivers. On screen at the moment, Dylan Wilson in 2nd position. Blake Majulis 3rd. Now notice our top 3 in the championship are sitting in the top 4 of this main event. In fact, sorry, excuse me, our top 3 are in the top 3. It's Hauser, Wilson, and Majulis, but it's Majulis, Wilson, and Hauser. So it is reversed for the top 3 in the race compared to the championship. And at this stage, it would finish the same way, Majulis, Wilson, and Hauser. Only if they finish that way. We'll see how it all plays out in just in a few moments' time. 19 to run. And here comes the number 7 of Hayden Cardwell, trying to make his way into the top 3. He is all over the back of the defending champion, looking to make another Super Late Model Championship for 2019. Blake Majulis for Swindell Speed Lab. Wilson doing a fantastic job as well on the bottom side. 17 to go that time by. It's been a while since we've seen the yellow out. And I'm going to say I'm a little bit surprised with a little bit how slick this track surface is. I thought more drivers would have been fighting for every inch of every part of this racetrack, trying to find the fastest way around. Here at the virtual dirt track at Charlotte, we continue to watch 2nd, 3rd, and 4th on screen. Majulis. Now this could be a bit of a power move for the 127. If Majulis gets by Dylan Wilson, that may shake up the standings to where Wilson may get 3rd in the title or the championship, or even 3rd. Because Terry Wolf is not here, Evan Stee's not here, and Hayden Cardwell is in 6th position at the moment. In fact, tied with David Harleman as well. So, I mean, there's a chance that at a 4th place right here. So these top 4 drivers may just be the top 4 in the championship standings. Look at Cardwell rail the top side. He is one of the best to do it in a super late model. And just in anything, I should say. He has certainly got the ability and the talent to ride around a cushion and just be so smooth. And here he goes. Wilson down low, leaving Cardwell the top lane on the racetrack. And here goes Cardwell looking for 2nd. Down into 3 and 4. Wilson runs the middle. He gets tight. He leaves a lane. And Cardwell moves into 2nd. Now there's a 1 second difference between 1st and 2nd. If Cardwell can get clear of Dylan Wilson, he may just have a chance at running down Dylan Hauser. Wilson falls back to position number 3. And again, it's all about the championship as well. They all want to win, but they want to also finish in the top 3 of the title, the championship title. Hauser has been phenomenal this season. 7 starts, 1 win, 3 top 5s, and 5 top 10s. Here comes Cardwell. He is closing the gap. He was 2 tenths quicker than Dylan Hauser on that last lap. We'll see what it is this time by 7 to run. And he was half a tenth quicker, so the gap is still getting smaller. Majulis just realizing, you know what? I'll finish inside the top 5. I'll get myself another championship title. That's all he has to do. Hauser with a 16.554. Carver with a 16.517. Again, just shy of half a tenth as well. And Cardwell's gone. He's done. I'm going to say there's an incident limit. That's what I'm going to put that down to. So Wilson will regain second position. Third is going to be Blake Majulis. A long gap back to Shad Prescott in fourth. Dylan Fox holding on to a top 5 at the moment. Zach McSwain. McSwain in 6th. Harleman 7th. 8th is now Jim Emery. 9th is going to be Bryson Daffin. JD Brown in 10th. The battle on between Emery and Daffin right now. Pretty sure for the last 30 laps, these drivers have just got, there have been 2 out of 4 drivers that have gone at it for the last 30 or so laps. Well, we are nearing completion of tonight's 50 lap A main. And there is your leader, Dylan Hauser, who's not far away from Jay Place, who's in 11th position. Chris Fisher in 12th. Clay Devon already gone a lap down. As Dylan Hauser has been given the 1 to go signal into turn number 3 out of turn number 4. Getting the checkered flag done here tonight. Congratulations goes to Dylan Hauser, who gets the win for Slick Sim Sports. Home in second will be Dylan Wilson. Third is going to be Blake Majulis, and those 3 drivers flip them around. For the championship, Majulis will win the title. Wilson will grab second, and Hauser will grab third. But fourth home is going to be Shad Prescott. Dylan Fox home in position number 5. 6 is going to be Zach McSwain. David Harleman 7th. Jim Emery in 8th. 9th is JD Brown. And the 10th will be Bryson Daffin. 11th goes to Jay Place. Chris Fisher in 12th. 13th is Huey Quillen. Clay Devon 14th. Eric Scow 15th. Dustin Hall, Hayden Cardwell in 16th and 17th. Murray Perez 18th. Carson Nicholson in 19th, with Dylan Petty rounding out the top 20. Jordan Casey and Mitch Stiles home in 21st and 22nd position. What a drive for Dylan Hauser, who gets the job done in tonight's final race of the season. We'll chat with our top 3 here in just a few moments' time. Well, let's chat to your winner here tonight. Driving for Slick Sim Sports and made it look all too easy in the end. Home in first place tonight, driving car number 2, Dylan Hauser. Dylan, congratulations on this victory. Boy, what a race from start to finish. You had this car hooked up, and in the end, you pull out a 1.5 second victory. It's going to be pleasing.
Yeah, you know, we tightened the car up a little bit for the feature, and it helped it. I was a little loose in the warm-up there, so I tightened it up a little bit. And the car was pretty good all night long. You know, we from start to finish, from qualifying to the heat race to the feature, the car was really drivable. It drove good through the slick, and it drove good on the bottom of the fence. So I was happy with the car. I found some stuff in the setup the last few weeks, and it's showing. So we just keep digging, man, and just keep trying to get better and better. That's what we're here to do, and just try to go out here and just run up front with these guys is always fun.
Well, you get the win here tonight. However, you were third coming into the standings coming into tonight. You are only 5 points behind Dylan Wilson, who comes home in second place tonight. So without sort of knowing the full total points rundown at the moment, I dare say you will come home third in the championship. 8 weeks completed. That's now your second win, your fourth top 5, and your sixth top 10. That's a very consistent result for you in the number 2 machine.
Yeah, I try to be a little more consistent than that. I wasn't able to make a race, and a few races we got some hard luck and some incidents that cost us. But I really wasn't points chasing this year. I was just showed up when I could. I think I missed Lanier and maybe one more. I'm not quite sure, but it was. I raced Lanier, didn't I? I forget. Maybe I was just third points. I don't know, but it was a good season. Blake ran a great season. He was up front every week, and that's what it takes to win these deals. And so was Dylan. Dylan's always up front, so that's what it takes to win his championship, and that's what those guys did. So congrats to Blake on another championship, and he's earned it. He works hard, so yeah.
All right, well, congratulations on the win. Congratulations for a top 3 in the championship after I think it was 8-week series. So we'll let you get out of here and celebrate the win before the UMPs. But before we let you go, of course, sponsors on this race car, there's a few that you need to mention.
Yeah, I need to thank everybody at Slick Sim Sport. David Heilman for running the series with me this year. He's a great teammate. He ran the series with me all season long to keep me motivated to keep running it. And then I got to thank iRacing, iFly, Two Brothers Street Team, Down Under Graphics, Hangover Record Service, Ronnie Weaver Racing, Kush Clothing Co., Down Under Graphics, Joel Berkeley for putting this awesome dream team together. And you guys for broadcasting. Steve for putting the league on. And I look forward to running the next event.
All right, well done on the win and well done on third in the championship, buddy.
Thank you.
All right, there we go. Dylan Hauser. Home in first place tonight. Home in third in the championship. Well, it's all about seconds for this driver here tonight. 6 starts, 3 wins, 5 top 5s, and 6 top 10s. He has had an unbelievable season, but he comes home second place tonight, second in the championship as well. It's none other than D1RT's Dylan Wilson. Dylan, congratulations on this second place. And as you may have just heard, second place in tonight, and of course second place in the championship. Only after missing 2 weeks, you're able to put a solid 6 weeks, with 3 of those 6 weeks coming away with victories.
Yeah, it was a good season, a quick season. I didn't even know it was over. It's cool. It's cool to have the results we did and the finishes we did out of that. So, second place tonight. It's pretty good for me at Charlotte, so I'll take it. We'll move on to hopefully some better tracks.
You had a chance to win the title. However, Blake had to not make the A main for you to have any sort of chance. I know you obviously weren't worried about points coming into tonight. You just want to come out here when you can and get the wins when you can. What was the focus in tonight? Your redraw didn't go as planned as you would liked.
Yeah, the redraw really didn't matter to me. I knew there was going to be a couple guys that were able to run the wall really fast, and I was just going to run the bottom, and I figured I'd finish anywhere from about 3rd to 5th, depending on how many guys could run that wall really well. So to come away with second feels like a small victory. So I just can't, for some reason, I just can't get up there and run that wall without getting glued to it. So Charlotte doesn't race very good for me and my setup. So like I said, anything above 3rd place was going to feel like a victory, and we grabbed a second.
Well, three wins, 5 top 5s, and 6 top 10s. You hadn't finished out of the top 10 in all 6 races that you participated in, so it's an unbelievable stat over 6 weeks of racing, especially with the competition that we see here on a weekly basis. So, but nonetheless, congratulations on second in both tonight and the title as well. But before we let you go, of course, sponsor shoutouts, all that good stuff, buddy, who helps turn the wheels on this number 80D machine.
Thank you to D1RT Racing, everybody over there. We have a good group of guys. Thank you to UDTV for putting this on so anybody that wanted to watch could enjoy. That was actually a pretty good race, so hopefully the broadcast was just as good. And thank you to Steve McMillan with Road to Thunder for putting this on.
All right, there we go. Dylan Wilson there, home in second place tonight, home in third place for tonight here at the dirt track at Charlotte, Blake Majulis. But more importantly, he is now your back-to-back super late model champion. Blake, congratulations on a third place tonight, but more importantly, you go back-to-back in the super late models. How's that one feeling after 8 weeks?
Good. It's good, especially against these guys. Like I said last week, it's always good. especially on a night like tonight. It's a pretty tough track, so tested some things out tonight, and I wasn't too bad, but it feels good knowing that after this 8 weeks here and the 2 past championships I've had the past 2 seasons, it feels good to back it up with a third as always. So I mean, it's a great feeling.
Well, the three-peat is certainly in effect, and a third place tonight. Are you a little bit disappointed in third tonight, or are you happy just to finish up near the front and lock in another championship?
Well, I mean, I tried some stuff tonight because I kind of knew I locked the championship up, so I figured I'd try a little spring settings in my right front and tried some different cross weights and stuff like that in the setup, and I was pretty good. I just got caught up in some incidents here early on in that race, and it affected the car a lot. Felt like I had a broken left front tie rod just driving like a dump truck till halfway there, and so I'm not too disappointed in third really. Racing against Wilson and Hauser there, I'm not disappointed at all. So.
All right, well, congratulations on a third here tonight. Congratulations on picking up your third Super Late Model Championship in a row. We'll let you get out of here and celebrate this little victory before the UMPs. But before we let you go, of course, we know you've got some people you might need to thank.
Oh, yes, sir. I just got to thank all my teammates at Swindell Speed Lab, iRacing, iFlag, Jeff Brown, Bell Helmets, Wires Organics, Design 75, you for broadcasting, Tia for watching, and everybody that watches for me. I appreciate it very much. Thank you.
All right. Very well spoken there from Blake Majulis, I should say. But the big congratulations, of course, goes to Dylan Hauser, victorious here tonight at the dirt track at Charlotte. That is the season over for the Shore Power Super Late Models presented by World of Thunder Racing League and DirtFan.com. And also, of course, a shout out to JZR Racing Photography as well, the official photographer for the World of Thunder Racing League here on Sunday nights. Make sure you check them out on Facebook as well, JZR Racing Photography. And that will wrap up the dirt track at Charlotte. We'll take the Checkers and Wreckers jet plane out to the Knoxville Raceway for the UMP Modifieds. Myself and Tommy Boy from Checkers and Wreckers on the call for that one. It's going to be another exciting show, and then we'll make the trip back here to the virtual dirt track at Charlotte for the 410 winged sprint car finale. Of course, I want to give a shout out to our sponsors as well. Big thanks to Wicked Cushion, 19 Designs, World of Thunder Racing League, JR Productions and Media, Monsters of Dirt, iRacing, iFlags, and Black Diamond Motorsports. On behalf of the team here at Ultimate Dirt TV, the management behind the scenes, we say thank you so very much for spending your Sunday evening with us. We're not done with just yet. 35 minutes time is when we are going to be live once again for the final race of the UMP Modified Series of the Knoxville Raceway. Fixed setup of racing. Certainly going to be an exciting show, an exciting night to round out for 2019. And until then, ladies and gentlemen, be safe, and we will see you shortly.